students. Today I am going to explain autotrophic mode of nutrition. I am going to make you understand autotrophic mode of nutrition. Nutrition. From where does this nutrition word comes? Actually, this nutrition has come from, what do we get? We get from food. We get nutrition from food. When the food is taken and utilized, we get nutrition. And you know, this word has come from nutrients. This word has come from nutrients. We get nutrients from food. And this food provides us nutrition. When the food is taken and utilized by the cells for maintenance of life is called nutrition. And this word has come from nutrients. So what do we mean by nutrients? Nutrients are the substances which are provided by food. They are of two types. If we talk about nutrients, they are of two types. The first one is called organic, made up of two types of substances. The first one is organic substance. Another one is inorganic substance. Inorganic substance. What do we mean by organic substance? Organic substances, like we can say carbohydrate, protein, starch, fat. These all are organic substances. And inorganic, carbon dioxide, water, or you can even say oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide. These all are inorganic substances. So these nutrients we get either in the form of organic substances or in the form of inorganic substances. These are the two substances what do we get from nutrients, nutrition. It's okay. But why do we use these two? These two are used for the maintenance of life. We maintain our life with the help of this organic and inorganic substances. You know, in inorganic substance and organic substance, this glucose is made by plants. This is very simple. This glucose is simple carbohydrate. And if we see starch in inorganic substances, it is complex. It is complex. We don't need to put much effort to digest glucose. But for digesting starch, we need to do work, physical work. तो हम ये भी कह सकते हैं, तो क्यों नहीं हम सिर्फ ग्लूकोज ही ले लेते हैं? फिजिकल वर्क की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. हम ग्लूकोज खाते रहेंगे और एनर्जी मिलती रहेगी, और वो भी इंस्टेंट एनर्जी. Then there is no, a big no. You know why? Because carbohydrate may provide you energy. But carbohydrate is not the only nutrients which you need. You also need protein for your muscular growth. You need fat as a store energy. You need carbohydrate for instant energy. You need roughage, water, minerals in proper growth and energy for you. So these all are the nutrients. These all are the nutrients. So can't you survive only with glucose? You cannot survive only with glucose. This is all about nutrition and nutrients. But now there is another question. So the question is how do we feed? We have seen that we human beings, we feed with the help of hands. We take the food, put in our mouth and digest. But have you ever seen feeding plants? Have you ever seen feeding microorganisms? Then the reply is what? No. What will we reply? We will tell that no. So on the basis of feeding, this nutrition, modes of nutrition is of two types. The first one is what? Autotrophic mode of nutrition, and the second one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. On the basis of feeding. I'm telling you. Autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic means auto means self. Trophic means feeding. Self-feeding. They are not dependent upon others for their food. Heterotrophic. They are dependent upon others for their food. They are dependent upon others for their food. So, there are types of also of heterotrophic nutrition and autotrophic nutrition. In heterotrophic, I have already given one video in which I have made you understand then how do non-green plants prepare their food or obtain their food. That I have made you understand. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition in non-green plants. Today I am going to explain about autotrophic mode of nutrition. We know that green plants, the first process is what? The first process is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants prepare their own food. But do you know there is one more process that is called chemosynthesis. This chemosynthesis is actually food is obtained from the chemical present. From the present chemical, some bacteria and algae, they obtain their food. So what they are called? They are called chemosynthetic animals. They are preparing their own food. They are not dependent upon others. They are simply getting their food from chemical substances. So these are the two types of autotrophic modes of nutrition. So now let us go through the process of photosynthesis. How do the green plants go through this photosynthesis process? Why I am using again and again this word green plants? Because green plants can only prepare their own food, not non-green plants. What is the reason behind it? I am going to make you understand. See what happened in autotrophic mode of nutrition. For autotrophic mode of nutrition, green plants needs some inorganic substances. What are those inorganic substances? They are CO2 and water. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they prepare glucose. What do they prepare? Glucose. Carbon dioxide and water, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they prepare glucose. Now there is a question. From where do they get these inorganic substances and this sunlight and chlorophyll for the preparation of food? One by one, I'll explain about this all. First thing is there, water. Water is absorbed from the soil through roots. The roots of the plants having fine structure called root hairs. These root hairs absorbs water from the soil and then it gets to roots. And this is the root which sent through xylem and vessels. Xylem vessels, it is sent to different parts of the plant. So they obtain water, get water, absorbs water through their roots. It's okay. Now, the second thing is there, from where do they get CO2? From where do they get CO2? In the lower portion of green leaves, they have one tiny openings which are guarded by the guard cells. And these guard cells are known as, and this opening together, what it is called? This is called stomata. What it is called? Stomata. See, it is known as stomata. And this is what? An opening. This is what? An opening. You know how does it opens and close? This is found at the lower portion of the leaves through which exchange of gases takes place. CO2 is taken inside the leaf from this hole, tiny hole called stomata. For giving you an example, I'm telling you very in a simple way, I'm making you understand. take two balloons, uninflated balloons. Take two uninflated balloons, and do one thing, that please paste both the balloon with the help of gums, both the ends of the balloon only, not in between, not in between. So join these parts of balloon. Now you inflate this balloon. Give air to the balloon. What will happen, you know? As they are jointed at the end, they will, after getting inflated, they'll be like this. So you'll see an opening right in between. The same happened with stomata. You know what happened? When the water is absorbed by the root of the plants, it goes to the leaf for the preparation of food. So it goes to the guard cells of this stomata. Guard cells of this stomata. And because of the filling of water in their guard cells, it gets swells. And because of the swelling, right in between an opening appears through which atmospheric carbon dioxide enters inside the leaf. So what is this place? Stomata is the site of exchange of gases in plants. Stomata is the part through which exchange of gases takes place in plants. So now we understand water we get from roots and carbon dioxide we get from atmosphere through stomata. The third thing is there, sunlight. No doubt you all are knowing that sunlight we get from sun. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. The next one is chlorophyll. What is this next one? The next one is chlorophyll. This chlorophyll is the green pigments found in the leaves. That is why the color of the leaves are green. This is what the reason. The color of the leaves are green because of the presence of chlorophyll. Where are they found? They are found in an organelle, cell organelle, which is only found in plant cells. What is the name of that cell organelle? The name of that cell organelle is chloroplast. Chloroplast. You know, I am just showing you the cross section of leaf. When we do cross section of leaf, the structure what appears, this is what the structure what appears in leaf. See, this is upper epidermal. Epidermis, you know, no? Covering. Epidermis is what? Covering. What we have learned in class 9, chapter tissue. So this upper epidermis and this is the lower epidermis when we go through the cross section of leaf. Right in between you'll see that the long cells are there, longitudinal cells are there. They are parenchymas as we know, and right in between you can see stomata is also there. This is what the stomata, an opening through which CO2 enters, and then this cells are there. In between that you can see dots, these green dots. What are these dots? These are chloroplast. These are chloroplast in which chlorophyll pigments are found in the leaf. So what is the function of this chlorophyll? This chlorophyll's function is to trap sunlight. We also get sunlight. We can also get water. Okay, carbon dioxide already present because of the getting oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. But though, why can't we prepare our food? We cannot. Because we cannot trap the sunlight what plants can do. Because they have chlorophyll pigments, which is responsible for the trapping of sunlight. And how does the sunlight help? This sunlight, what it does, it helps in the splitting of water and the preparation of carbohydrate. That I am going to make you understand. So, what I made you understand right now? I made you understand that how do plants get all its substances for making food. Carbon dioxide through stomata, water through roots, chlorophyll traps sunlight, and sunlight from sun. Now what happened? And this process is called photosynthesis. Means what? Photosynthesis is the process by which CO2 and H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll combines to carbohydrate or prepare carbohydrate. They are the inorganic substances, and these are how do we get that I have made you understand. Do you know in this two very important or interesting facts are there. What happened during this process? What happened that this CO2 get reduced. The first interesting fact is this CO2 get reduced to form carbohydrate, and H2O, it gets splitted when the sunlight is absorbed, that is heat energy. When heat energy is absorbed by chlorophyll, then this H2O gets splitted into hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen combines to carbon dioxide to form carbohydrate, and oxygen is released in the atmosphere. And these are the two interesting facts which occurs at the time of the process of photosynthesis. I hope you people understand. So now we can say during the process of photosynthesis, three very important things occur. Three very important things happens at the time of photosynthesis. The first one I made you understand that CO2 get reduced to form what? Carbohydrate. What is the second one? The second one is there that heat energy gets converted into chemical energy. How? By splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen. This is the second one. And what is the third one? The third one is what? That O2 is released in the atmosphere. So these are three very important functions or very important things occur at the time of photosynthesis. So today I have made you understand about the autotrophic mode of nutrition in green plants. I hope you people understood. If you have understand, then please like this video and write comments also, and subscribe for the next video. Thank you very much.